It's the last morning of the trip. The sun reaches the top of the mountains first, and for a few minutes, everything feels still. I've watched several sunrises over the past couple of weeks, but this one feels quieter. What's left is just this moment, standing here, not feeling my best, but knowing the trip ran its course. After this, it's time to head home. Because normally I would have turned on the camera and had that rolling as I drove it to the park this morning. That didn't happen. So I got up and came to Mini Park's curve on the Trail Ridge Road to watch sunrise. And I threw in the towel a few minutes early. I've been standing out there. It wasn't as cold or windy as yesterday morning, thankfully, but it was enough that I was done. I was over it. So I did get one last sunrise in, just didn't stay the whole time. And now I am headed back to finish packing, and then I'll hit the road. I do need to stop for gas, get some fuel before I hit the road. But today it's my longest drive day of the entire trip. I'm stopping just south of Kansas City for the night, and I think its total drive time is like 10 hours, a little bit over 10 hours, something like that. And then tomorrow is another long drive day, but I'm probably going to get an early start tomorrow because I'm ready to be home. It's been a good trip, but I think 17 days is my limit. Actually, I think 15 days is my limit, especially if I'm sick. So yeah, we'll get a few more things sorted and get on the road. Well, I don't think I sound any better. Maybe a little bit lower. I have made it into Kansas now. So now I just have to drive all the way across this state, and then I will be done for the day. I am not entirely sure how many more miles that is. So let's see if my GPS is still up. Let's see. 432 more miles from where I am currently. So that's about 6 more hours of driving. I will have to stop for fuel. I don't don't have enough to make it that far. I am doing pretty good on fuel mileage for this trip. The average is, I think, somewhere around 14 and a half, and that's pretty good for this truck, at least in my experience. I don't get that kind of mileage on a regular basis in my day-to-day life. So yeah, I'm gonna grab some snacks because I'm not really that hungry, probably because I'm dealing with all this sinus junk and drainage. Get something to drink and get back on the road.
The road home feels longer than the road out. There's no schedule to keep, no sunrise to make, just long stretches of highway and the next town on the sign. I'm not really replaying the trip yet, mostly just trying to stay focused on the road. The congestion's worse, and talking takes more out of me than it should. It's a strange place to be. Finished with the trip, but not home. Still moving, but without the pull that carried me west. So I settle into the miles and let them pass, one exit at a time. By the time I get in for the night, I skip the normal routine and just set my bags down and head to bed. I don't sort footage or lay anything out for the morning. I just want the day to be over and to finish the drive tomorrow.
All right, probably can't see me, but actually I do sound a little bit better right now. That's surprising. So there was an ordeal with the hotel last night. I got here to check in. It was probably about 7:15, 7:30, and my credit cards were being declined. So I was like, well, that's great. So I called one of the issuers, talked to a representative. No charges ever hit my card. So long story short, the hotel was having maintenance on their system, and the local hotel didn't know that. So yeah, I after I made the call, went back in, and there were two other people with their cards being declined. So I told the lady at the desk, I said, it's not our cards, it's your system. So after that, we just had to wait there, and eventually we were able to get rooms. So that was a great way to end the trip. And so it started with my power station having issues the first half, or not the first half, but the first few days of the trip, and then ended with fun with a hotel where I'd almost convinced myself I was just going to drive through the night and make it home. Luckily, that didn't happen because I needed some sleep. I did get more sleep last night, so that's good. Now, if I could just get rid of all this congestion that's going on. But gonna go swing by a gas station, clean my windshield, top off, even though I filled up last night, and hit the road. Get the rest of these miles behind me. About 9 more hours, and I'll be home. I do feel better than yesterday, that's for sure. I made it to a rest area. I'm not sure exactly where. A little bit west of St. Louis. I do know that for sure. But I needed to fill up the washer fluid because that's been out for most of my drive this morning. The gas station I stopped at, I wasn't able to clean my windshield, so it's been buggy. So hopefully this filling up the washer fluid will help a little bit, and maybe the next gas station I'll be able to get the window cleaned better. So yeah, it's just getting the miles down so I can get back home. I'm ready. I'm ready to get back home, ready to get back to my dog. Not ready to get back to work, but are you ever really ready to get back to work after a trip? So yeah, we'll keep going and take more miles off as we journey home. Back in Tennessee. 17 days on the road is a lot, at least for me.
strange how something you think about for years, tracing routes on maps and working the details out, ends up feeling different once you've lived it. What started as a couple of places on a bucket list turned into 17 days on the road, more miles than I meant to add, more early mornings than I expected to set an alarm for. Canyonlands was part of that, a place I once drove past because I didn't have the time. This time I did. Now the truck is unloaded, the gear's back on the shelf, and the hard drives are full. The trip doesn't play back in order anymore. It comes back in pieces. Steam rising in Yellowstone. The first light under Mesa Arch. The Tetons catching sunrise. Elk moving through the trees. By the end, I was worn down and ready to be home. But I went. I saw what I set out to see, and I closed the stretch that stayed with me for years. And that's where this journey ends.